Hello, welcome back to Two Bros Podcast. I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
Episode 42. And tonight we're doing Turn It Up.
Turn it up.
So.
It's now time for Turn It Up.
The band is Triumph, if you don't recognize those geezers behind Joe.
Canada's other three
Amigos.
power trio.
All right, so I was thinking about this last night. So we do these questions. It was just an idea to build banter. Do we want to keep doing them? Figure we could have a conversation about this.
Oh, I don't care.
Because I just figured, hey, maybe it'd be fun, but I think most of the time we just throw in cheese questions, and it's like, I don't know. And then when you got the band, well, it's one thing like when you're really into the band,
yeah.
But now we're like digging for fucking roots and grubs.
Yeah, but you're asking the questions. It's not like I'm asking you questions about this band that you don't.
Yeah, but I know this wasn't fucking one of your top bands.
No, they were. When I did Rush, I was thinking of doing them after Rush because they're Canada's other rock trio, power trio.
Yeah,
but I mean they weren't nearly as hot as Rush was or famous or whatever. So that's why I put them down here.
Yeah. Down low. Well, I don't know. You almost went off the screen. Joe's shrinking, by the way. That's what's happening. So, well, I mean, I got the questions, but I don't know. I just think maybe it's just coming off cheesy because, like, look, we're not getting ratings. If we're not being real, I don't know.
Steve, one question. What's your first one?
My first question? Actually, I mean, these ones actually aren't too bad. I'm surprised. Jennifer, I have to give credit to Jennifer. She found this shit. Okay, so.
You were probably bitching. I don't even know this.
I was like, dude, I know like one song. Fucking, that's it.
Are you bitching?
And then after I started researching it, and I was like, okay, I know 2 songs.
Yeah, you know more than that. I mean, because they were radio songs.
Yeah, those 2. That's it. So, all right, question number 1. What Joe Walsh song did they cover?
Damn it. And I can't think of the name of it. Life's Been Good.
Rocky Mountain Way.
Yeah, I did. Fuck, I couldn't think of the name. I'm getting old.
Because Jennifer was looking up their shit. She's like, naming off I'm like, what other songs they do? She's like, Rocky Mountain Way. I'm like, Rocky Mountain Way, that's Joe Walsh. And she's like, oh, no, they covered it. So, all right. So that's 1. So you're 0-1. See? Well, that's the thing. There's like no consequences. We don't win anything or we don't have like anything on the line. But then I was thinking about that. If we did that, like say, okay, if the guy gets or you got to get so many points or so many, whatever we decide. But then it's in our best interest to like make the dude fucking throw him under the bus and like dig for something hella hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, we're not going to do that much digging on some of these bands.
I could lose a tooth if I get it wrong.
Oh, you probably will. You're going to lose it anyway. Let's see. What North American city were they formed in?
Toronto.
Yes, correct. Winner, chicken dinner. There you go. 1 for 1. All right, number 3. How many studio albums did they make?
16.
Damn. Fucking look at you. Fucking super Mexican today, huh?
And I knew, I couldn't remember the fucking name. Like, I've been doing
Mexican Americans!
Where, like, I go into the room to get something and then I forget what the fuck I'm in the room for.
Yeah.
Like, that memory loss I'm getting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get those. It's getting more and more.
Yeah, the Banana Man's coming. He's coming for me.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
What the hell is that doing here again?
Mr. Meeseeks!
Yeah, so all right, well, let's do your book report. Share this band.
No, well, they're like I said, I joke they're Canada's other rock trio or power trio because it's a 3-piece.
Yeah.
And they came up after Rush. Rush was about 5 years ahead of them. So they even give credit to Rush for opening a lot of doors for them, being from Canada.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have got as big as they did if Rush hadn't come through first, like another band hadn't opened it up. But having said that, they had a pretty good career, because they had they opened, or they didn't open, but they played the US Festival, that big one. And
that everybody played.
they were playing on that, and they were on the radio all the fucking time. I kind of equate them. They're like a mix between Rush, because they kind of have some of their songs are kind of Rush type, and then like that prog rock, and then and Journey, I would say they're more upbeat, like their song, the titles and the themes of their songs.
Yeah.
And they even say that they were classified as heavy metal, but
fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. They were loose with that term back then.
they were like, well, we're weak heavy metal if we were, it's like they don't even claim that. They were radio rock,
Yeah, and they are. And they lay it on the line shit they play that you turn on fucking The Bone today and it probably was playing.
Yeah.
So
But they had a good sound. And they stayed together. They never had like they replaced this drummer. It wasn't until the guitar player Rick Emmett left.
Yeah.
He wanted to do. He's pretty good. I've seen some other videos on YouTube on him where he's playing flamenco guitar. Like he's jazz influenced and shit.
Oh, okay.
So his whole thing was, when you make a band, like we had talked about this shit before, when you come together as a band, you kind of put shit to the side, like, okay, you compromise, right? Because there's other people. You can't do everything you just want because there's other people involved. So they pretty much stuck to their pattern. But meanwhile, he always wanted to kind of do bring other elements in.
Yeah.
And the other two guys were like, no, this is our sound. And you can't kind of blame them because, once they got established, that was, and a lot of bands that do that end up fucking themselves.
Yeah, because you got a fan base, and then the fans go like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, so that's why he ended up leaving in the 90s.
Yeah, because I was reading through that, there was a dude named Phil X. I'm like, Phil X was in that band, and then I realized, it's got to be another Phil X because Phil X plays in Bon Jovi now. He replaced
the bass player guy.
No, he replaced Richie. What the fuck is his name?
Richie Sambora.
Richie Sambora. So, but Phil X he's like 40, so he's way younger. I'm like, no, this got to be a different Phil X.
Because these fucking guys, like I sent you that documentary. It's like in 5 pieces, but they're like 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
It's like an hour if you watch them all. But when this was taken back, like you could tell, like late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah, because this was behind the music stuff.
Still all look young, like somewhat young. They're like older than.
Yeah, they're probably in their 40s, maybe late 40s.
Now, when you see some of the videos of them now, it's like, dude, they're all great. They're all shriveled up and shit.
Yeah.
No, they're fucking ancient now.
Well, these guys, they're fucking boomers. I mean, shit, they're probably 70s now.
Yeah, because they started in 75, so.
I mean, I know like these younger kids out there call everybody over fucking 30 a boomer, but nah. There's a whole generation there that they forgot. It's called Gen X. That's us.
So they were ahead of us. They were.
Yeah. We're the kids of the boomers, and then the next ones are our kids.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Fucking, you'd always hear them on the radio. I didn't even know they were from Canada.
Yeah, they were from Canada. Well, when I got into them, because I used to hear some of their songs, and say, hey, they're pretty good. Then when I finally, because we used to have record stores, we talked about that in another episode. So I'd go down to the record store and check out some of their shit. So I started buying some of their, cassettes at the time.
Yeah.
And so we used to jam them on the boulevard, cruising.
I was just say, did you guys cruise to Triumph?
Yeah, Jeff liked it, but he wasn't like, that wasn't like, where he's playing it over and over.
No, it wasn't heavy enough. It wasn't catching.
But like I would equate him like in between like a Rush and a Journey.
Oh, definitely.
They were more traditional, like a Journey.
They were rock, yeah.
But they had some elements of that prog rock, but not like deep as Rush was into it. And then I like Gil because he was a drummer. Then he sang some of the songs.
Yeah.
So he was like a singing drummer.
So he was like a Phil Collins.
Yeah. And I don't know. They had a good sound and shit. It's just kind of sad. Then the video I watched, that documentary where they're showing it might have been another little clip after.
Yeah.
They interviewed Rick Emmett because, do you guys ever think you're going to get back? like to have a reunion or whatever. And he goes, yeah, everybody asks that every day, when we run into somebody. And he like starts crying, like he started breaking down where they had to cut the tape.
Yeah.
And then back, and he's better. And I was like, dude, I don't give a shit what this guy said because he's saying, no, it'll never happen. It's like, no, look at you, dude. You're fucking breaking down.
What? Okay, was he opposed to it? Why is he crying?
Well, he just said the way it left because with the record company involved, because, they had ties to record companies and contracts.
Yeah.
When he wanted to get out, the other two tried to keep him to stay. And they just, because they had a break. And then they all owned a piece of their recording studio at the time. In Toronto, they bought a recording studio.
Yeah.
Oh, he owned a piece, and he's like, he had a bunch of shit like monetary and contractual that he was like, well, how do I just break off? Because it's like a marriage.
Yeah.
So all the shit financially and shit. And so all that went bad because especially with the record company at the time. And so I guess the other guys kind of still blame him for that.
Yeah.
Like you could have did it. You could have came to us and we could have worked something instead of just saying I'm leaving. So they kind of hold that. But the other guys are still kind of, when they asked them about it, they're like, well, you never know what happened. They're like, it's like they're old now.
Like they're like, yeah, why hold on to that shit?
Yeah. And I think he's almost at that because he, like I said in that one interview I seen, he broke down. So it's like, hey, dude, if you're breaking down, then yeah, you fucking miss it and shit,
Yeah.
But you're just being a stubborn, because it's like, just go back, make, do a couple shows.
Get some money, get the cash in,
Everybody else is.
I mean, at this point, fuck, what else are you going to do? And, like I said, they're probably their 70s, if not late 60s.
Yeah, no, they gotta be.
Gotta be 70s, gotta be. And, yeah, just get the paycheck. Fuck it. And who's going to go see them is the boomers, so fuck it.
Yeah, all those old guys are. Well, yeah,
they want to see him. They don't care if it's a fucking cash cow.
Yeah, Yeah, and because the drummer, he still owns the studio. So their studio, he ended up buying it all outright.
Yeah,
the sole proprietor of the studio. But so he's still in the business. He says, well, I'm still in the business in that sense.
Yeah.
Started naming off people that recorded at his studio. And she was like, oh, some big names. And he goes, but yeah, every day somebody asks me, when you guys going to get back together or do a reunion? So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of sad. But,
well, I guess stay tuned and check them out and follow them, see if they do a reunion.
Yeah, or at least go check out their back catalog. They had some good stuff.
Yeah. I know once they do a reunion, they'll probably be on Eddie Trunk, and he'll talk all about it. Because I think that's where that Blackie Lawless thing came up. There was an interview this week on Eddie Trunk.
Yeah. Well, he did the one a couple months ago. We were talking about it with him and Chris Holmes, how they were fighting.
Yeah.
Because Chris has cancer and shit. So, yeah, I remember Eddie Trunk did that interview.
Yeah.
So.
But, anyway. All right. So that's Turn It Up. Yep. Check out Triumph.
We'll put the links in the show notes.
All right. And see you next time.
Late.
Bye.